My name is Alyssa. I was diagnosed with functional neurological disorder back in February of this year due to a workplace accident. I was in the hospital for quite a while. I was then bound to a wheelchair due to losing feeling in my legs. I had been to a physiotherapist, but it wasn't going as good as I hoped. My
Roommate?
My roommate had given me a card for LifeWorks. So I took it and I came here. I was welcomed with open arms, compassion, sensitivity, and a will to listen to my story. I went from being in a wheelchair to using a walker to now just using a cane at times. I believe that without Dr. James's help, I would be nowhere near where I am today, and that he did change my life. And I am so thankful, and I will continue to work hard on my physical health. And I have so much love, and I'm so thankful.
Amazing. Thank you for saying that. Now, functional neurological disorder, had you ever heard that before your
No.
diagnosis?
No.
No. And what's your understanding of, do you have any idea of, what did they tell you that was?
So they said it was, a nerve issue. Either I was predisposed to it until my accident. A lot of studies show that sometimes when the body works too much without a break, it's kind of like running a vehicle, but you've run out of gas. You can't run no more.
Right. Now, looking back, were those, or tell me a bit more about, I know there were lots of symptoms. You mentioned your legs being weak, being in a wheelchair, but there were a lot of other things that were happening as well. Can you,
Yes.
what other, trying to remember if you can go through the whole list of all the issues.
So I would wake up and my arms would be, I couldn't move them, or I'd have striking pains up my arms to my frontal lobe. I became incontinent at one point, and I started to begin having seizures. My biggest seizure was about an hour. I've not had a seizure, I think, in the last week almost, which is really, really nice.
How often were you getting them before?
Oh, every day. Every day. And it would be a grand mal seizure or just a little one. And now they're just small dissociative seizures where the brain just disconnects and your body goes a little limp. But that's about it, yeah.
Got it. And these symptoms, were they happening even before your accident, or was it mostly just from?
It was from the accident.
It was from the accident, yeah.
Yeah.
Now, when I looked up functional neurological disorder online, it kind of looked like it was a diagnosis they give people that they don't really know what the problem is.
Mm-hmm.
That's the impression I got. Did you kind of get that impression?
Yeah.
Did they really know the exact problem, or was it more, hey, you've got a neurological problem, but we don't really know exactly what it is?
They basically did a drop test on me where they drop your arm, and if it's a epileptic seizure, you will hit your face. But a functional seizure, your body will actually move your arm away to not hurt your face. They took blood tests, MRIs, CT scans, and just said, you have functional neurological disorder. Here's fnd.hope.org, and they sent me on my way.
With no treatment. So they didn't really, it wasn't like it was something that they could see on an MRI and they could correct with a surgery, or something they could see on a blood test and correct with medications, or this was just a diagnosis that had no hope.
Yeah, they just slapped a diagnosis and said goodbye. Good luck. And it's hard to find functional neurological specialists anywhere because no one really understands it.
So now what about the brain fog? That was a big part of it, wasn't it?
Yes. So, oh my God, I
And
couldn't
headaches
even
too?
think. I was having migraines, horrific headaches, seeing double vision. The back of my neck had so much tension in it that my jaw would just like lock on itself. And with the brain fog, I was forgetting things that happened like last week or the day beforehand, and it was quite scary.
And now I'm understanding from what you said, your arms and legs are feeling better and stronger.
Oh, yes.
You're walking. There's been days you've walked here with no cane, no walker, walking about what, 20 minutes, was it?
Yeah, 20 minutes.
Yeah. No more, the headaches are pretty much gone for the most part.
Yeah.
The brain fog is
Oh, I'm
way
so
better.
chipper now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You mentioned seizures have been way less.
Way less.
And you mentioned the transformation in your health. Now, how is it possible that chiropractic care could do all that? What really was the problem? They didn't find it at the hospital. That's okay. That's not there. There was a different type of a problem happening. So can you describe like what actually was causing all these problems?
So it was my C1 and C2 vertebrae that were out. With my nerve scans that you guys did showed where the interference was. And so from there, you were able to see where it needed to be corrected. And
Exactly.
even with the x-rays as well.
Exactly. Now, a lot of people might say, well, you were getting better anyway. You happen to be under chiropractic care. I'm not saying a lot of people. Someone might say, well, you were getting better. You just happened to be under chiropractic care at the time that you got better. It's just a coincidence. What would you say to that?
I would laugh at them, honestly.
How many adjustments did you have before you could feel for sure you were healing and you were getting better?
Oh my God, like I was at least like after 6 adjustments, it was like, okay, we're at it. I think after 3, I was really like seeing a bit of that improvement. But yeah, after like 6.
Yeah, that was my memory. It was 2 weeks of care that you walked here.
Yeah.
Without your walker after 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And that walker you'd been using for?
That would have been like over a month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so if there's someone out there who has been diagnosed with functional neurological disorder, what would you recommend that they do?
Find your nearest chiropractor that works with nerves. Find someone that's going to listen to you and care about your health, and to get you back up to a state that is normal or excelling.
For sure. And then what's your favorite part about the office at LifeWorks, and the office or the atmosphere or the
ladies? The ladies are so sweet. I love Nicole and I love Michelle, and I haven't gotten the other lady's name, but she is such a light. The atmosphere is so welcoming. It is just, it's comfortable. You just come in and they know your name. They ask about you. It's a nice visit.
Right on. Awesome. Thanks for doing this.
Mm-hmm.